Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, the ruler of the underworld, and today we'll be reacting finally to the newest chapter of the Four Nights of the Apocalypse series. Chapter 97, titled Requiem Ever Ringing. Is this seriously an official title? Really? Yeah, that's what I am curious about. Do you think some titles just sound off or just have like one thing that's actually relates to the chapter? Is that because of the English translation? While in Japan there's like a greater kind of connection between chapters. Like, would it be fun if every time we have like one thing leading back to it, it's just one. It's actually throughout the entire chapter. It's the most noticeable in one moment. That is a question I suppose we have to leave to the professionals. I suppose. Not assuming Ming. So yeah. Anyways, we have been waiting for the chapter reaction for long enough, so let's get into it. So we first start with the cover page as we have Anne looking bashful as she's holding her hands like this, while Percival is on her while he is touching her. And when I say touch her, I mean he's groping her with one hand while the other hand's holding her shoulder. So yeah, I guess Anne's a bit like she said. She's allowing him to do whatever he wants with her. I do want to be actually going to be seeing that in the story of this is just gonna be like a chapter thing. And as well as we also have a there saying uh, he's so innocent. It's a handful. So yeah, it's kind of like one of those again. First of all, while he looks like a child and behaves like a child, he's technically supposed to be 16, but it's kind of funny how it's really addressed here. Although I do wonder if Arnold is also a bit of a pervert by this degree. But yeah, anyways, also there's a cheap Percival, and yeah, we're gonna get to them later. So anyways, there we have Nero saying Percival has died to the brutality of the Night of Chaos, Macduff or Macbuff. So wasn't he just named Macbuff? I mean, again, there's like some kind of lore reasons why they are named this way, but come on, Macbuff would be funnier. Anyways, there I also have Nero saying Shion's icy, calm words pierce their hearts. Not really icy cold, just uncaring. Yeah, he kind of said the truth, but like it was like the most dickest way you could say it. So, anyways, we start this off with actually away from the town pictures. We see that Gawain and Lancelot did not go back to the inn, but actually went outside to check the bubble. Most likely because probably because the bubble immediately got itself back together. Because otherwise they would go back to their to the inn. So, anyways, we have Gawain saying, coming from up here, it's plain as day. Walnut is completely encased in a dome of jamming magic. So, in the end, I still can't grasp anyone's position inside, even from the outside. I'm guessing this is supposed to be Lancelot saying, because, that's kind of his thing. So, also, that's actually his fairy form as it appeared in the Grudge of Edinburgh movie. So I guess it confirms that Lancelot does have to transform into one of his fairies to fly. I think a lot of people assume that, but it's kind of nice to see that confirmed because again, like why would Lancelot, transform himself otherwise? Although I do have to wonder why can't Lancelot just just take the same form he has, just add wings to it. I mean, just saying, I don't think it would be any kind of unnecessity more than before. Unless it's some kind of he has to transform into something like that's smaller, and that's why he has these small forms. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But when they have Gawain, she's kind of like Pope, holding him. She's like, but you only realized once we came out, as she's referring to something. As Lancelot turns to her, it's like, yeah, you got a point. So yeah, it's kind of funny how Gawain and Lancelot seem to be kind of a similar page going on here. Like, because we all wondered how it's gonna go between them because how Lancelot is to Christian and how kind of his baby and how he's kind of viewing Percival like a baby or a child. But it's kind of funny how he and Gawain are kind of like this similar kind of tier. Well, not like similar in power, but like it's kind of how they're on this like equal level. But yeah, anyways, we come back to Walneck as we have Tristan versus Iole. As we saw them bam, as we still see what's been happening in the last time we saw them. As Oyolda is saying, "Is this the end? Is this how it will be, Christian Knight of the Apocalypse?" And Tristan just gets swinging, as then this when he just kind of stops, doesn't like the way how Bunjagon works. As he all knows that as she's like Christian, pull out his wings to like I guess finally embrace himself. So yeah, like he was just doing it for the joke, for shits and gigs at this point. So then we see Tristan using his healing magic to heal his wounds. And honestly, he seems to be kind of casual. So he was pretty much just taking the beating just for the sake of to kind of gouge her strength. As they have trying to speak with, "You told me something! That this town's festival where prayers are offered for those lost in the holy war to find peace was a wonderful custom!" And then we have all the beaming light going towards Iolde to a point she's even blind. As then we see Tristan all healed up, but with both his eyes being gone, as he says, "You said that because you felt the same as we do, correct? Human giants, fairies, and goddesses were not the only ones hurt by the holy war 16 years ago." So yeah, which is kind of true. I mean, honestly, most of the people that we saw being killed are the demons. Like, I get it. Like, I mean, I get it. The reason why we don't need to see the tragedy on the hill, like how many bodies have been laying. But it's kind of funny to think that every time we have like some of these scenarios, even though both sides supposed to be losing a lot of people, a lot of them die. We mostly just see the fucking you see the demons or the villain opponents' corpses. I mean, it makes sense, but still, it's kind of nice to see Tristan acknowledges that, like, yeah, we lost too, but so did the demons. Like, we literally have caught being their giant corpses right now. So yeah, well, not effective, but probably in some of the demons, especially the Guardians, will probably require multiple, limbs being carved before they would even be able to transport them all. But yeah, so there he's trying to say, as then just saying, "Demons such as you were as well." As they see it all being angry because she's telling the truth, as they have all going there for a strike, as they would see Jason was grabbing that gunk and just casually ripping it. So yes, he was 100% just kind of taking it for the sake of it. As you see Oyolde going there to kick her leg in a very interesting shot, especially because like she's naked. Thank God she's a demon, so it's able to be pretending that it's not phallic, unless if she has a different hole. But whatever, we will we'll investigate the gutter later. As we see a strong blow at her stomach as he was like, "Oh!" Doesn't make a noise, but she reacts to it. As the electrician going badass, I mean, a very respectable voice, is like, "Enough of this." As he was like, "Kagh!" As we see him having both his goddess and demon eyes, which now is gonna probably raise a question about how the hell does Tristan's demon mark and goddess and demon eyes works, and I don't think it was explained. Good things to have, I guess, no chapterly Q&As, so we will get explanations because again, how does that work? I mean, previously he was getting beaten with both eyes, not, and I thought that maybe it's like those two kind of make him weaker, and that's why full set of one is better. But here it's like it seems to be just it doesn't really matter. As they're going again for a strike, and I think her wings are gone for some reason. Or at least disappear, or at least a very small hair. And there, so we have Trish just grabbing both his blades, just kind of giving an axe strike at the old. She's sent way back as we see, I believe, Esterosa, and Mael's blades. Since I do think their names of these blades were stated before, but I don't think they were ever like. This is I think the first time we are properly seeing them in action, unless if they were like I don't know if they will use against Arthur to be fair, that most likely just standard blade. So you have to question how much useful they are, but whatever. So here there's Iola, as we see her having like a scar there, as she's trying to speak. And also, she seems to have increased the muscle size as she's looking at her wounds like, "I'm going to kill all of you. That was my order for coming here. That human king you call Arthur. My companions were taken hostage. He told me if I tried to escape, then hats would roll right away." Instead of just saying your companions, names, and then we have her saying, no, mine. So yeah, then we see cut to the outside. We see on a hilltop, top, uh, as we see some figures, and we can tell they're demons. As then we have her ending sentence with, "By the hands of my brainwashed companions." So I'm guessing this is supposed to mean yeah, is there we see her companions, is there we see like one we see two figures here that I think have appeared in a mobile game. One was supposed I think be is supposed to be Galan's nephew. So I do want we're gonna get in kind of retrospective from that point of view. So it's like the weird thing is it, I think Arthur or something was his name is the Galan, while he's like one of the last developed, fleshed out commandments, he really has like whenever they introduce a demon group, new demon group, he's always like one of his relatives is always there, or a friend of his. Like they had them during the first movie be a friend of his, as well as one of I think his cousin or something, or to be a part of the Six Nights of Black, and now we have his nephew in here. I mean, to be fair, it's possible that he's not his nephew, but I'm assuming they're gonna keep it. But then see, and there's like another guy who has like a kind of like a deer kind of thing going on, and he is I think also in the games. I'm forgetting his name. Then we see three other figures, which this made some people wonder these are like the new Six Nights of Black that are kind of replaced the Ten Commandments. It's I kind of figured that after the Zelda's become king, he would probably try to replace this system. Like I mean, the Ten Commandments are not a bad idea to have like his strongest soldiers, but the way how they were used is more like the evil foes. So yeah, the other two, one is a mask that has like a flame going on. Some people wonder that this is also a relative of Grey Ward, which I think Grey Ward was just supposed to be an officially created being. So I'm not certain, like maybe this is like a prototype or something, like an after. Then we see one that's like she's more like a spider-like figure with a hood on, and then you see like another guy who just looks like a generic demon. I do wonder if all of these guys are gonna get their fights or something, or if they're just gonna be there again. Like it's difficult to say. I also not saying these are the elite. I kind of feel like if the elite warriors or demon clan would just kind of all disappear, with five of them very much, I felt there would be a bit more like stern, just like the way it's done here. And with that, just to be like, as he's I think he's going back to his normal form, and he's like, "Good Lord, why didn't you tell me sooner?" As they will tell him, "It's not like I'm afraid to get killed by my friends. Even they will be killed by Arthur eventually," which is true. I mean, just look at Melaska and Arthur. I mean, not by Well, they're not gonna be killed by Arthur, but they'll be fighting until they are killed. As they are also saying, "That's why I wanted to at least try. I wondered could you so-called Knights of Prophecy be weak enough to be killed by me, or did you pose a threat to King Arthur?" So yeah, she was kind of questioning if she could. She clearly can, although to be fair, it's just kind of a difficult skill. Like, just saying, it's kind of like if you fought against Lancelot. It's difficult to say if you would lose to him, if you really couldn't defeat the rest. So here we have, and Trish is kind of in the same ballpark. I mean, he's not as powerful as Lancelot by a long shot, but I mean, legitimately speaking, if you, let's say, defeat Tristan in his base form, would you be able to defeat Gawain and Percival? You, I would say you could, but again, it's difficult to say. Anyways, then we have her being get angry as soon as he tells Tristan, "And yet you were so kind. You even tried to understand the feelings of us demons. Tristan, I entrust everything to you. Please defeat Arthur." So she's reason, and she tells him that. Which I guess makes sense she's gonna be an ally from now on, unless if she's able to win. Although to be fair, I don't think she's in danger right as things stand. And then we have Tristan sheathing his swords back, as then we have Tristan telling her, "Well, I am half demon myself. The Holy War is over now. It's the time for all races to come together and battle the forces of chaos." So yeah, it's basically that. Which is kind of funny how previously it was all forces against all the different groups. I mean, even demons would kind of be sad to Red Meliodas, but all the different groups coming together to fight against demons, but now we have all the different races coming together to fight humans. Kind of fun, but still. So I do wonder, though, to be fine. The fun thing is, even with all the forces together, I don't think you can even have them go into Camelot, unless if the war is gonna be like on two fronts. One's gonna be on the normal world, while the other ones will be the four knights and the companions going up against them in the Camelot. So it's gonna be like a two-front thing, with maybe the Jan's kids leading the charge against those forces. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, again, I am curious how this whole war is gonna be going, because I mean, Camelot doesn't seem to have like army, like hundreds and hundreds of knights from what we've seen so far. But which they could easily change. I was there, Ioli telling him, "But my companions are skilled. If I leave town, they won't just kill me, but all of you too." So she's questioning, because again, like, her groups is powerful. I mean, to be fair, Ioli is also powerful. Like, the thing is, we're literally dealing with peak 7 Sins verse characters right now. So you have to kind of adjust things to the everyone else level. So yeah, her comments are definitely powerful enough to like defeat. I would say that at least all the Holy Knights that went up against Melagalant, excluding the four Knights of the Prophecy, but like against the other ones, it's a different story. And then we have Tristan be confidently saying to her, "Oh, then I'm sure it will work out." Basically, don't worry, they'll not die, at least. At least I hope so. I mean, to be fair, it's difficult to say with Boy and Lancelot. Not to say those two are like, how do I describe those two? Similar to how Wonder Woman is the one of the Trinity from DC that is willing to kill, but will not pick violence automatically, or is not blood hungry. Similar is with Gawain and Lancelot. They're not blood hungry, but it's not gonna take very much to like convince the two not to kill you, not to be killed. I mean, both of them actually did try to kill someone automatically. I mean, okay, I mean, it's difficult to say if Tristan was going for death blows against Malaska, if he was just, trying to decap, for, make her unable to fight or move anymore. But yeah, as you see the two coming down, as we see the other demons noticing them, as we also see a boob shot of Gawain. Oh, Gawain is such a fun character. As there we have, I'm guessing, uh, uh we have, I don't know if this is supposed to be like Tristan and also talking, or if this is supposed to be Lance or Gawain talking, but one is saying, "What a gathering! Who is your appointment with?" I'm guessing this is supposed to be Lance or Gawain. And there you all telling, well, Tristan telling you all that, "My own combat skills are first rate!" And you see Lancelot and Gawain, which, funny enough, they're not looking very intimidating. Like, Lancelot has like fairy form, which, let's be real, are not really the most intimidating design, and Gawain's just kind of looking, "Oh, look at that, they're demons." So yeah, which is funny that there's like this is supposed to be this badass life from Tristan, but these two look don't even look the most intimidating right now. I mean, they can look intimidating, like, oh hell, like Lancelot has shown himself, and God help us if we see Gawain's buff form, which still hasn't been explained for some fucking reason. But yeah, I was there, I guess, Tristan completely calm, and she tells you all that most importantly, they are knights of prophecy like me, right? As they immediately recall to Percival's group, as they will see Donnie and Nadia checking him up, as we see some two Percivals above him. As Donnie's like, "Percival!" And we have Tristan also say at the same time, "They can't be beaten so easily!" Which is true, as we see a bunch of mini Percivals popping off Percival as he regains light in his eyes. As they have Percival be like, "Whoa!" So yeah, he is back to life, as we've all known he would be. I'm surprised it happened this quickly. You think there would at least be some kind of reaction time period of waiting, but I guess not. Anyways, then we have not Nausea be like, "Puh!" Percival, as in John knows that, wait, what? As there we have the person will be like, "Wow, last time I remember he grabbed my hand and as it goes for he's like, thank goodness you lost all traces of life." And the person will be like, "What about that bald bearded that guy?" We refer to Macduff as we have Dolly all confident is like, "I whooped his ass and sent him packing," which is inaccurate. I mean, Donnie is making it sound way more like he won than it actually was, but it's still funny. And then we have Tristan reacting to that like, "Where on God's green earth do you find a human who survives getting his neck bone snapped?" To me, I don't think. Okay, with the exceptions of demons and maybe gods, I do not think fairies or giants or vampires would be able to survive their necks getting snapped. Or maybe vampires, but again, like I don't think they would be able to do. As there we have Percival just being like, here? As there have Chion saying to him, "I don't know what kind of magic you have, but once a Kaiser dies, doesn't his magic power vanish with him?" So, yeah, I mean, he knew Percival was a healer, but he did not expect he was going to revive himself. Which again makes you wonder what the hell is Percival, because, I mean, like, it's repeatedly said that he has no knowledge of what kind of being he is. And he's supposed to be human from what we know. Well, human with weird abilities, but still, he does raise even more questions. It's kind of funny how the two ones who are also biologically it's kind of weird how Percival go away. Not only the two small ones, but may be some kind of weird creature that isn't even fully humanoid. But anyways, then we have Donnie being like, "But when he got stabbed in the heart that one time, didn't his magic power activate?" Referring to the battle with Ironside when he met Anne, as Don is fixing his head. He's like, "You're right. I'm positive he was dead back then." It's like instead of just now realizing, Bessel sure survives being killed a lot. As they have Bessel me jumping up, as they have the champion just like, "What the hell? That doesn't explain anything." So you're telling me this has happened again multiple times? Yeah. As then we have Bonnie telling Chion, "Listen, buddy, our friend's alive, so just be happy about it." So I guess that's the rationality. Although again, this does require explanations, like what, how is Percival being able to survive? But anyways, we can't get the nice reunion or nice thinking about it as we see a female approaching the group. As we have the female saying, "I found you," as we also see a bunch of bugs beneath her, as we see this is Tenek. As she has, I guess, recovered, and I guess that orb that Jade made really was some kind, had like a short period where it was like stopped, or it wasn't able to get out of it. Maybe it's gonna be questioned answered in the SBS. I mean, I don't know. The SPSS seem to be kind of a normal thing. There's usually at least one or two questions in there, so I'm assuming things like this are going to be explained. As you see, Tenef walking there, and she has all of her bugs and reptiles around her. She's like, "You did well to get away from McDuff, but now you're up against me. My lady, you are definitely weaker than McDuff." Like, this isn't even me being insulting or anything. Like, this is just a straight up fact, especially considering, well, wait, to be fair, the next group is going to be weaker, but still. Like the McDuff attack for some reason swapped opponents. Not sure why. Maybe there's gotta be some story reason why, but for some reason they had split, which is funnier since kind of definitely the weaker one of the two. Anyways, they have Chia be like, "Oh, box!" So I guess just scared them. And they have Donnie doing the I don't know. I know I've seen his face somewhere before. I believe it was in a rock. It was the previous rock show, like when no, what's it was. It was like Pink Girl who was very paranoid about everything, and she was like, "There are lizards and snakes too." I mean, I don't know what's the problem with lizards and snakes. I mean, they're great, especially snakes. They can poison you and kill you. As I saw that, she's not right now. Well, I mean, she's out of the danger zone, but still, you get what I mean. Oh, that's kind of funny how Tenek was able to recover faster and remove the black orb or whatever it was on top of her. And she also managed to track the group down faster than she sold Jay and Anne. I'm gonna use Isolde being Jay carrying Soy as a reason why, because she's a giant. Anyways, they have Nazian saying, each one is a dangerous creature, so our enemy wasn't alone. I mean, yeah, I want to say what would you expecting, but that is more or less how it's been going. I mean, in the beginning it was like one night of apocalypse per uh, one night of chaos in town, with the exception of the Dark Talismans that were an elite group. So it kind of makes sense. But you assume there'll be kind of like a that situation. But anyways, we have Tenek, and she's all confident. We see her bugs all around her, which you gotta give credit for being so right with bugs. And then we have nonsense be like, she's a Knight of Chaos too. And then we have a person doing like a little happy dance. It's like, there's so many weird animals. And he's saying to himself a bit. And then Donnie be like, are you stupid? Well, more or less. And then we have Tenek ordering them, go kill them all. And she sends some bugs at him. Which is that's seriously the plan, like using bugs to kill people. I know there are poisonous animals there as well. I mean, the snakes prove them, but like, owls, wasps. I'm pretty sure some of these animals only need to kill you if you're allergic to them. As anyways, oh, this is magical. Well, maybe these have more powerful poison. Anyways, they have Chia and Bonnie hacking each other as they're both like, come no closer, come no closer, no! As they're actually scared. I guess they're supposed to be like, kind of raising the tension, but it's just comedy. It's just for comedy's sake. It's not really scary anyone. But anyways, all the animals, all the bugs, all the lizards just kind of stop at their track, like, no, wait! As then we have Derek being like, what? The animals stop in their tracks? What the hell's going on? Another question about Percival. As they have Percival be like, Donnie, Cheon! As they have both Donnie and Cheon opening their eyes, like, huh? As they see Percival grab like the spider, I'm guessing, as he shows it to them, as he's like, see, it's not scary at all! As they see both Cheon and Donnie be like, yeah! Or both figuring it out. As then we have Derek starting to scream with, don't screw with me! Can't you hear a word I say? But then immediately she's saying that we have Nazians knowing the fact, well, man, the opponent's open and she's distracted by her magic not working. I'm just gonna boom, and he whooshes through around and has like cool, sort of thing where they like move past the person while they're not even in the middle of the movement. As we have Tina realizing, oh shit, he cut me. As we see Don Nazians using Incant Belladonna, which I am guessing is some kind of poison to have her be knocked out or paralyzing. I'm not sure if we've seen this spell before. I'm gonna check later, which is kind of fine. I didn't check beforehand, but whatever. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to like just be a knockdown. Then we see Tena still being more focused on her orders. This is like as the poison starting to take effect. She's like, "What my orders?" And she falls to the ground. As we have the final page of the chapter, as we have mini Percival popping out of Percival, and then Percival is going to Nod. It's like, Nodians, that was so cool! You finally got to do something amazing! As they have Nodians be like, oh, well, like, because again, like, I just don't realize this is like the first time where a poison user like Nodians can actually, do his poison stuff. Because previously, most of the other the Knights of Chaos had like full set of body armor with like very small openings, and the skill level made it so it was very difficult. Like with the exception of Burgi and Dolokomak, no one else's that work would have worked on. Even Dolomon may have too many muscles to actually cut to, but And as we see this panel, as we see Danek lying on the floor, and I guess she's still conscious, just unable to move as the mean person was coming to her, as then the mean person tells her, they're smarter than humans. The reason they ignored your order is simple. They wanna live. So yeah. We'll talk about this soon. First, let's just get the narration out of the way. Tenek has been conquered with Percival revived their brief sigh of relief. I'm guessing this is supposed to just mean they captured her. I'm a bit wondering if this means that she'll either get killed so she doesn't spill any beans, or she's gonna be, sent to Leonis to be extra, secured so she doesn't get killed again, so we don't have another Jericho situation, or if something else is gonna happen. I'm not certain, although by looks of the next chapter, it seems like Macduff isn't gonna be, at least executing her. And the next relation is like, contrary to its squishy appearance, it hides profound food for thought. Which is referred to chibi Percival's, which again we'll talk just, and in the next chapter is 98, Impending Death, and the spoiler images have already come out, even though it just again shows you why the cover should take a break, because it's gonna be a short chapter and it's gonna be, like mostly like very wide out. So yeah. But anyways, let's talk about this. No, I don't think this is like supposed to be a deeper, like, well, there is supposed to be some kind of like deeper meaning to it, like who truly are the species. I think this is just supposed to be like the animal instincts that Dawn doesn't have, because I believe she said she sees sight, hearing, and all the physical traits. I don't think she has any kind of like spiritual. So I don't think she can feel that whatever the animals are feeling from Percival's presence. It's one of those things. So whatever presence had that was so overwhelming that she couldn't even use her magic. Which really God has to suck for people who have magic like this. Like, all some people have to do is have their presence be there. Like, there's even like a Donnie situation where maybe the Knights of Chaos' armor is able to grant them like simple telekinesis. This is like, oh yeah, your orders are gonna mean jack shit if you count the Percival, whatever he is. So yeah, about that, I don't know where this is gonna leading. I have like again, it's very weird what Percival is, and considering how I feel like it's time to get a bit more answers from it. I would wonder if we're gonna get them soon, at least some kind of explanation. But anyways, this is the end of the chapter. The chapter itself was decent. Like, there was nothing really much happened. It was kind of like to move. Okay, time to move the plot along, kind of chapter. We had the all battle chapters. Now it's time to progress it. And I'm assuming. Well, we know we're gonna have Macduff versus the Isolde group next week, and then I'm assuming we are going to be having being, I guess, a chapter or two to see the oldest companions. And then about that point, I feel like there's gotta be probably like one chapter to have an anime. Maybe Arthur's gonna interfere, because again, like 10x at least we know is captured. What's gonna happen to Macduff, we don't know. And there probably could be another like a big final battle. I mean, neither attack or Macduff used their chaos staff, and it seems like Arthur gives a chaos staff to at least one individual or at least one person in the group. Like, I think, I think the Dark Talisman did have a chaos staff, but it was that staff that elemental staff that Burge was using. But yeah, which I just now realized, both Burge and Tanef were up against opponents that made their magic essentially non and void. It's just kind of funny how like the original the first two original Knights of Chaos that we've seen in action, and both of their magics is null and void by a thing that one of the main cast has. Is this gonna be a thing? Like, is there gonna be like another female Chaos Knight that's gonna have magic that's gonna be absolutely useless against Nauseans? I mean, he does use poison, so I wouldn't be surprised. And Don as well. Is this still gonna be a thing? But I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you motos next time. Goodbye.